Hello world, this is Zan, playing Erytheia in the Dominions 5 game, Crime and Punishment. This is turn 37? 37. I continue wasting some gems. I have I guess a big fight at Raga. Is it a big fight? Or did I run? Oh, it looks like I got pinged, but I did run anyways. Whoopsie. Let's see. Some fights between Penji and Ga. Looks like he's starting to split his force around. Oh, this might have actually been a fight. It's a good amount of crossbows. Heavy cap on it. Do too much. Yeah. Oh, it's just going to stop their charge. A single Gerber. Yeah, no. It's going to get poked. Oh, they had a chance at killing the White Minotaur. That would have been neat. Yikes. Yep. Good little hoplite formation. Alright. Let's see. That was this one here. So they killed 2 hoplites. Big yikes. There was probably a lot of dryad seduction going on that I didn't see. See, another big I have giants deck. Lost my PD. I have giants. It's not a lot of magic coming out of Gath. Okay. This is what happens when you summon late on. These events happen where you get some apples that like reduce your max age. It's nothing really too crazy if I'm honest. Maybe you can give it to like if you have a really good pull and they're old age, you can give it to like this guy, or maybe some of these mages that are pretty good. But with a disease healer in hand, it's maybe not as useful. Maybe I could have sent it to like Grippa or something. He's got some old dudes. He's got some old dudes. All right, what else we got? Oh yeah, that's pretty much it. In terms of my army movement, really, I'm just sitting here. I still haven't built that lab. I complained about Grippa for so long, but between moving my army up here and Baby Spice getting her butt kicked, um, I ended up not having a lab here. So I'm doing that now, trying to preach up my Dominion as well with these no marks. Just because if I do get my Dominion on top of Pangea's capital, then my god can actually go there and fight. Like, there's no chance that we're dom killing them because you have to dom kill all of them. But it's kind of just more territory that my god could fight in. To be honest, I have no idea where she went. There she is. Lick her wounds. Gave her the wing shoes and said, get out of dodge. Get out of dodge. Alright, so then we left man here on top of this capital. The Pangean army is on its way to kick both our butts. I don't remember exactly what I did here. Well, I guess we'll find out on turn 38. Okay, waste some gems. I like fire snakes. I don't know if I keep this up forever, but I like fire snakes. That's a good sight. Power specs did something. That's a good sight. Okay. I guess this is my play. I got tired of this stupid indie province and came to clear it out. Yeah, nah, buddy. Better cast here. Light of the Northern Star. Way overkill for what I needed. The fire arrows alone would have been good. Some falling fires. Air elementals, the whole shebang. Tired of this stupid province. Stupid Vineman, and if the air elemental can come over here, that'd be great. Right. Because they'll hold guys with their high defense. And then these idiots just a lot of hit points. Right, so that's the big oof. So I really didn't need to do half of what I did to win this actual fight. I probably could have just walked forward and, like, if I would have done flaming arrows and wind guide, I think that would have been enough. I just wasted a lot of gems. Keep making the mistakes. Somehow I did good in this game. I think I did good. Even though it's just a pile of mistakes on top of mistakes. It's really not. There's optimal play nowhere to be seen in this video. Any of my videos. We have a big Gath army. I guess it's just probably just a siege chaff train that was on its way. Yeah, cataphracts are really good. High health, high protection. Good stats. They're probably absurdly expensive. I don't know how much. See, 35 golds? Okay, so they're like 30. Yeah, 28 gold a year is about 35 gold for the upkeep. Damn, I got that without even thinking. Oh, commander's down. Oh, I didn't think this was going to happen. Good job, Gath. Okay, then we have another battle. Huh, I guess it didn't play out that way, in the real game. Man's gonna come in and get gem baited. That's unfortunate. But with Storm, a lot of these arrow fire is just not gonna happen. But the Thunder Strikes are gonna come down. Completely miss. This can even do damage. Huh, look at that. Yeah, good fight. I guess that first fight, yeah. Pangea attack Gath in one. That's unfortunate. And this one, 6 tower guards for this is pretty good. Although there were gems that were used. Alright. Pangea attacks me in Xanthrest. To which I say, here's PD dump. Okay. And then there's a battle in Raga. I remember there was a battle around here, around this timing. Was this one? Was not this one. Yeah, no. There was a battle at some point soonish that Grippo really throws down. I was impressed. Yeah, we finally take Dragonport with its super high income. Throne of Earth gives me gnomes, which, I mean, they're useful. It's not really the magic I need, but the fact that they can easily cast like Legions of Steel and Strength of Giants is always going to be useful, and they can be big nature casters rather than me having to do this. Give this guy a Thistle Mace, give him a Shambler Skin. So it's useful magic that I don't have too much of because I'd rather my Data Ghost be doing, this kind of shenanigans instead of this kind of shenanigans. This guy could be dropping rocks on people. I need them to be Pelham troops for me. So, you know what? Yeah, the gnomes are pretty good. They're just spooky because they have very low hit points. They can die to anything. They're very expensive. They're slow to recruit, so they're flimsy. But the fact that I'd have Dragonport is a huge bump to, I guess, the reach I have on Raga. It would be more so, like usually, if I had sailing and I can get from my capital to there in one turn. But since I don't, I mean, it's still 2 turns, but now it's 2 safe turns. Like, obviously, I need to fort this up. I need to survive this Pangean army and fort this up. But now I can travel just between forts. Another reason for sailing, now that I have these human, or they're not human, they're elvish dudes. They you have to walk all the way around. Walk all the way through this path and get through here. So it's kind of butts. It's kind of convenient that I was the nation that I am with this. I mean, I wouldn't have the coastal start, or if I did, it'd be like Marignan. We'd just sail over immediately. So, whatever. Um, Outside of that, continue just holding here. I think I have enough of these mages. When during all this fighting, I did sneak a singular, no mark or a Daedalus over, just to get that temple up. I don't know if I'll be able to preach it out, but it'll give me more income. I mean, 314 is not enough, right? Righto. So that is turn 38. So claim Throne of Earth, waste some gems. Woven Winter starts up again since we don't have Raga under siege. Yep, there we go. There's some of the items that like specifically I was asked to craft these items, which would be good. Like Snake Bladder Stick is a personal favorite because it doesn't need to hit to do this effect. As long as you swing it, it'll do an AoE for poison, kind of like if it was Spell Vapors. You get this on, so now you're poison resistant. You get regen. He's got super high protection. The scimitar, that's like the awkward choice for me. This is a weird item to have made, but I guess the fatigue damage is going to help. And it's not too long, so he doesn't get a penalty for ambidextrous. Let's see how it works out, because that's a lot of Z-Edens. Oh, and he's doing Hell Power. Holy crap. Hell Power is fun. Did he finish it? Yeah, he finished it. It gives you protection, horror marks you. I think it gives you reinvig. Hello reinvig. A bunch of stats. I don't know if it gives you hit points. Yeah. It's just a big soup of stats and goodness. At the risk of now that like horrors are going to be showing up and being annoying. But here you go. Once more, he's not taking too much damage. He casts Fire Shield, which is going to do practically nothing to them. Because, or I guess it's going to hurt the birds. Yeah, the birds themselves are not fire resistant, even though they do have very high protection. Yeah, and it's just a case in point. This is how you deal with Z-Edens. Now, later on, I mean, realistically, around the time that you do this, you can also deck out the, I don't remember the name of it, the like commander version of Z-Eden and give him like a great sword of sharpness and keep him with your stack. But you really need him to actually get in range and be hitting the commander. But you're routed. Why? Huh. Maybe he got feared by the horrors or something. That's a weird one. Either or, he kicks some ass. There you go. 22 of the 34 Z-Edens gone. Gone. And that's down in Grippaland? Yeah. Yeah, it was just a weird choice to have these guys down here. Like, stuff's going down around here, and you were digging around down south. Just a weird choice. Anyways, I get pinged here at Dragonport. Get the golden apple. That's the item. Let me go and pull that up. You just kind of equip it, and then someone's going to eat it and get that minus 10 years, which, I don't know, feels kind of gimmicky. We patrolled in place because of that. That's why I patrolled in place. Screw that. These kill numbers, they're all going to cast Swarm. Yeah, screw that. Now, I kind of don't want to give up the throne I just claimed. And luckily I have this beefy army here with some good mages. That it goes on top of being great researchers, they're all going to be good mages. We can just kind of reinforce and do a big stand here with the PD if necessary. Who knows, maybe a retreat. But it looks like I'm probably going to defend this. Out in the world, looks like relays. Obviously, they lost this coast. Pangea gets, I think, 200 gold temples, whereas Raga costs 800. So in theory, once all this territory goes back to Raga, they're going to have the 800 gold temples, and I think they give them a fire gem, but I can't remember if that's so. These are the vampire counts, probably site searching. Because of like, if Ulm got Mount Chaining. Like, I think if they knew Geth had Mount Chaining, that's an instant declare war. Because Ulm with Mount Chaining is just going to be stupid, the amount of vampires and other shenanigans they'll get. Right. Let's go turn 40, because hopefully there's a big battle that we can gush about for a little bit. And close it off with that. Alright, so I'm cloud trapezing, I'm teleporting. I am bringing in all the emergency buttons, because maybe, I guess I didn't have enough mages with me. I cast Baleful Star on the target province, and I'm not going to go check it. It's definitely that Pangean army, because then you see here we have Battle Dragonport. So just in case we have Moloch defeating the Impedance, and then watch. We're going to watch a different battle than the one that actually happened. Oh, he just pinged me. No, we were supposed to have this epic battle for the episode. Fine. Fine. Ah, the best boy is back. Can he finally beat up a handful of Zeadans with no items? Yes! He barked at them and it finally scared them off. He's now mute. Poor Grandpa. Everything that can go wrong goes wrong. Oh gosh. Poor Grandpa. Okay. Very deadly disease in Erytheia. Some more plague doctors. Stupid units. And now I guess we have Salvaron guards instead of Zeadans because Raga's cold. Let me see. Yeah. Honestly, while I was actually playing the turns, I didn't even notice this was happening. I just randomly got in a message later in the game that was like, "Oh, Bogarus has been eliminated," and I was so confused. It's kind of crazy that there's these actual, that's not just Jaguar Warriors, because you can recruit Jaguar Warriors out of every fort. So usually that's all you see. You don't see these armored dudes. Specklin infantry, they're not bad. Let me see the armored dudes, like 13 armor is legit. 16 damage mace, it's kind of crap, but like you don't expect 13 armor on their units, and they're really cheap. Like 9 recruitment points is not bad at all. Their helmet sucks though. Usually units have like really good helmets, but these, no bueno. Anyways, let's go skip over to turn 41, and I hope there's a big battle. Dragonport, come on. Sweet. Okay, so just in case, we're gonna make Raga cold again. What did you do? Maelstrom by Atlantis. Okay, makes sense. 10,000 things. This is such a good one. Um, it gives you like 5 or 6 gems or something stupid. Now they're spread out, which sucks. Like I would rather have 5 gems of like one type. But hey, 5 or 6 gems is 5 or 6 gems. That's really good. All right, so let's see what happened in Dragonport. Okay, we have the Pangean army, and we have this because I did a switcheroony. And actually, before I even do the switcheroony, I'm gonna pause it. I'm gonna go back to the previous turn just to show you something. Right. So this turn we barely looked at the map, and that's a mistake on my end. Because really, this is something you guys should have seen. That's where the Salvaron guards went to. This is, I think, where we're going to find 10,000 things in this forest. But check this out. So we have this army here, and this army over here. And now there's a road connecting them. So the orders that are going to transition this turn is both of these guys go here. Because clearly I'm stuck. I can go this way and fight Raga, give it the throne, I can go hide underwater. But if I want to fight Pangea, the normal thing that you're going to run into is that you have to come here. If you want to fight Pangea, you either just patrol in place or come in here. But I remember this is the army that was kicking Gathan Man's butt earlier. So if we remember correctly, it didn't have too much mage support. It was just a big bundle of units and not a lot of mages. So this, I mean, barely smaller army. You gotta remember, these troops are all absurdly expensive, and Jan troops are really good. They're just really pricey. So in this army here, I guess it's just a complement to it, but this one probably has more mages. And then there's He really wants this. So I don't know. Just wanted to kind of point out the importance of the strategic positioning here. Go back to turn 41. Now, when we come to turn 41, we go to Dragonport, and that happens. Uh, he missed it. He missed it. I wasn't there. I had claimed it, and maybe I should have stayed with all that, because that is a lot of PD, I think. 35 PD is 35 PD. But no, I pulled the switcherooning on you. Set up patrolling in place. I came out to meet this guy on the field. I could have gone either way. I could have crossed the river, or I could have gone here. Because this entire army is amphibious, other than these like mercenary guys. So just slow it down for a second. I don't know it yet, but I'm still thinking I'm fighting like the other Age Pangeas. The Foul Vapors could come out, so I'm casting like Poison Ward on my units with this guy. I mean, it's not even good coverage, but it's some coverage. All my dudes have air shields because obviously they have crossbows. I'm casting, I'm assuming this is like Flame Ward. Oh, here comes some fog, some mist-formed dragonflies. I cast something there. Right. I cast Mass Protection because I'm casting Flame Ward because I'm gonna cast Mass Protection. Is that something I did? Or is that something he did? I guess I just didn't want friendly fire from my units. As I do like Falling Fire, or if I get Fire Elementals, or maybe even I shoot myself with crossbows. There was a reason I was Flame Warding. Meanwhile, he's got his stack. Perfectly buffed units. 26 protection, centaurs, mist form, susceptible to fire, horde of bugs, bunch of crossbows, bunch of astral mages doing their soul slays. Tiny problem. One thing I did read, maybe like a few days before this fight, was Pangea does not have good access, like any age of them, does not have good access to elemental resistances. And it gets even more awkward if they cast Mass Protection or Wooden Warriors or something like that. Primarily, though, this is to stop this from happening. Now all these guys, all these little communion slaves, this communion's done. The masters, the slaves, they're all done. And then it'll help by occasionally lighting these bugs on fire. But really, it's just stop the communion so that we can just nuke these guys. Like, this is the perfect positioning again. Our units are right here, because his are fast and mine are slow. My mages have Wind Guide. So usually they're not going to nuke my own. Sometimes they're going to do this. But usually they won't nuke my own. It's kind of similar to the Roggen fight again. The one where, you know, all my guys went on vacation after. Where you just have that very close front line defending my units. The Daedalus are right there on the edge, dropping whatever evocations, whatever, you know, like air elementals. I'm a big fan of the air elementals later in the fight because they have more chances of coming to the back line. Unfortunately, they get stuck there fighting that stuff instead of mages. Falling Frost. Yeah, falling anything just to wipe out these stupid bugs. My guys do not have the encumbrance to be fighting swarm bugs. They really do not. Okay, and just the artillery just keeps firing. And here's the cool thing. Let me see, where is it? All right, so we're on round 19, right? Still going. Well, this guy's not even a communion master. This guy's just doing his own thing. Here you go. This guy's in a communion. 0 fatigue. This is round 19, 0 fatigue. How the slaves. Communion slave. Round 19, 51 fatigue. 61 fatigue. Telling you, these guys are so good. Look at that. Like, this is a slave. Look at those paths. That's why these evocations they don't stop, and that's what I think Erytheia is really good for. I think the Data Ghosts, their dumb level communions are that you can't really say, oh, I'm going to do fire resistance because then they cast lightning on you, or they soul slay you, or they drop a rock on your face. So it's whatever it is, they're going to hit you with that evocation. And your units, their job is don't die. Provide that big, strong, beefy line to get hit by things, and just protect your Data Ghosts because they'll carry you. They'll carry you. I was so happy when I saw this fight. Um, I think that's exactly how the fight went, though. Like, in terms of like the replay bug because of the patch. I think that's exactly how the fight went. That's how I remembered it in my head. So the crossbowmen did work. Like this is 26 protection centaurs with fog warriors and air shield, and they still got 93 kills. Now maybe like 40 or 50 of them might be bugs, but that's still pretty darn good. We lost a random commander. We lost another random commander. We lost one data ghost. We had this huge communion, one data ghost. They're firing 20, 30 rounds into the match, and they weren't even at 100 fatigue. That is the strength of this nation. Is just these idiots casting their evocations to do whatever. Now maybe it would have been a lot different if these 14 Centaur sages were casting soul slays and stuff. But this is pretty darn good. Like I lost 136, but half of that's these crossbowmen that aren't really well armored. 26 hoplites, 21 soldiers of the setting sun, while dealing with all of this, just tanking it to the face. It's pretty good. That is pretty good. Gotta understand, like these guys are 30 gold each, 35 gold each, 30 gold again. This is disastrous. This is a good fight. This is a very good fight. We can finally look at this 10,000 things. Yeah, 5 gems. It would be better if it was like 5 earth gems or something. But I'll take one to each. After all, like if we look at our score graphs, Gas still has by far the provinces. Man's been raided forever. And honestly, his territory doesn't look too big. But honestly, neither does mine, despite all the blood, sweat, and tears it's put into Raga. Fort-wise, small territory, but I do have a lot of forts. It's actually a bad habit of mine. I do overbuild infrastructure. Income, it's actually up there because it's quality territory. Gems, I mean, I still say it like I've wasted so many gems site searching or remote site searching, but it's paid out ish. Research by far me, and that's with me just having a bunch of 24, 25 mages just running around. And I guess that's not going to help any. It's all just one dominion. And then, yeah, I lost a bunch of crossbows. Pretty good overall. Pretty good overall. That's still under siege, although this army looks smaller. So there was probably a big fight. But the fort is cracked, and it looks like Bogarus is done for. Meanwhile, in Old Marignon, we have a bunch of demons. Hopefully not coming my way. Hopefully. Because, Relay is now completely off the coastline. He is over here. So I think this is about there's a war that happens now. I think Team Midgard Relay go and fight Team Ulm. And we're just still in this death battle where we're gonna go take Raga, even though it's so absurdly depopulated by now. Anyways, I think that was just one of the. I like that battle. I might be biased because I won, but this is another scenario where this is the battle that Erytheia wants to take, which is a big communion that just is allowed to go on forever. It's just allowed to keep firing because it has a stable front line of these hoplites and these um, buffed up sacreds. I think I brought more to this fight. I mean, there's a chance I brought more to this fight than Pangea did, but and it might have gone differently if we didn't do the switch. If the strategic movement played out differently, maybe if they both collapsed in on me, it might have worked. But I think me moving out just rolled the dice in my favor to fight here on Xanthrest instead of on Dragonport. Who knows? I mean, the Heat from Hell still would have spooked his units um, enough such that the entire battlefield would have been fatigued out. So even if he did have that extra oomph, it wouldn't have lasted too long, and I don't think it would have done the effect. Or it wouldn't have had enough of effect to have won. So maybe I would have done two birds, one stone. Who knows? um, I guess the other important thing is now his army is legitimately stuck. While my army was in here, I could also cross this river. He can't do that. He's stuck either patrolling, moving to Xanthrest, or moving to Bandit Hills. So he is legitimately on a peninsula, and this army, if it can't fight its way out, it's dead. It's very, very dead. And then Raga itself is just fairly a non-factor here at this point. Owns very few provinces. Now you can't even use the Zietans because I'm not going to let it. And then over here, as part of my reinforces, I have a big old Drakon Hesperios and a bunch more of my sacreds. Not the all guys, but these Daoinshi from MA area got lost. We have a big army from Gath to support. Grippa's kind of holding the causeway as we can bring our forces over. I have some stranded guys over here. Kind of sucks. So he's kind of holding the way in. He's retaken most of his territory. He's still a little confused. He's still stuck in a province. He'll get out eventually. Grippa has a few really big fights this game. Like I know I've bashed him a lot, and he kind of hangs out in his capital and defends his territory a lot. But he has like one or two really good, really impressive fights. Like when they happened, I was legitimately impressed. All right, so with that, this has probably gone 30 or so minutes. And I usually try to aim for 20. But that was just such an awesome battle. So that'll be turn 41. See you next time, guys.